Benson for the point.
Back to better through the block and down.
Field goal. Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Monday night. Thanks for joining us here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. It's another edition of high school volleyball on yourliveevent.com. It is a Region 1 playoff edition as game number 2 of the quarterfinals set to get underway, featuring number 4 seed Hankinson Pirates and the number 5 seed Oak Grove. Winner will play in the semis tomorrow at 6 o'clock against number 1 ranked in the state, number 1 in the region, Northern Cass, who got a 3-set win over Wyndmere-Lidgerwood. I'm Joel Morgan. Alongside me on this Irie Insurance pregame show is Chase Miller. Chase was on the call for that first matchup, a 25-11, 25-22, 25-22 win for Northern Cass over Wyndmere-Lidgerwood. Chase, Wyndmere-Lidgerwood in the playoffs so far, they've battled it out. Unfortunately, it ends here, but a good way to set the tone for this region tournament here in Castleton.
It really was. Northern Cass came out right off the bat, showed you what they were meant to do as a number 1 seed. Then the Warbirds hung around and fought nicely in set number 2 and set number 3. By the way, Joel, our Enbridge Energy player of the game in that one was the one that you must have been like high school central down there, because I thought you were going to get in the selfie shot while talking to Emma Lucas. Emma Lucas, our Enbridge player of the game, but I saw all the entire high school student section came over and wanted a selfie with Joel Morgan. But no, without question, Northern Cass, Joel, they haven't dropped a match all year, right? They haven't dropped a match in regional play. They showed you why. They have a number of talent. Now the question is for Hankinson and Fargo Oak Grove, who's going to find themselves in a semifinal date tomorrow, a chance to knock off Northern Cass. And both the Hankinson Pirates and the Oak Grove Grovers, they've had success, Joel, in the last decade here in Region 1 volleyball, and they've been able to find themselves in a championship game or at least a semifinal. So we'll be curious to see what comes up here in our second quarterfinal.
Yes, this will be the 4 and 5 seed, Hankinson and Oak Grove. After this one, we'll have Central Cass, the 2 seed, against Sargent County, and then Kindred against Richland. That is a 3 against a 6. It is our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll step aside. We'll come back to tell you a little bit more about these two teams when we return.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
And welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show. Game 2 of the quarterfinals of the Region 1 volleyball tournament. Number 4, Hankinson playing number 5, Oak Grove. Hankinson got a first-round bye in this tournament, finishing region play with an 8-3 record, 16-6-1 mark overall. A team that Chase alluded to has just had success over the last few years. They were really put to the test in the final night of the regular season last Friday. They needed a win to secure this number 4 spot, to guarantee it, and to get them a first-round bye, and they were pushed by a Lisbon Broncos team that finished as the 11th seed in this tournament and went all the way to 5 sets. Hankinson comes away with the win and locks in that number 4 seed to help them out in this tournament. As for Oak Grove, they finished 7-4, 11-10-1 overall. As the 5 seed, they had to host Tri-State in the first round. They made quick work against Tri-State, defeating them in straight sets. The last month of the season for this Oak Grove team, they did not have a winning record in the final month. In fact, going down to their final few matches, their final 4 matches, they went 2-2, ending with that win against Tri-State. Chase, there's 2 ways to look at it. Is either you pick up some momentum, you get challenged late in the season, or you have a bad final month of the season and you wipe it clear. And I think both of these teams are kind of in different positions when it comes to how they look at the way that they ended their regular season.
Yeah, and Oak Grove, you kind of alluded to, Joel. I mean, they lost to 2 Class A teams, right? In Fargo South, Fargo Shanley, respectively. Shanley's the number 1 seed going into the EDC tournament. Fargo South, a top 5 seed in the EDC. So it wasn't like they were playing up against a weaker competition, so to speak. But if you're head coach Julia Vancura for Fargo Oak Grove, yeah, you'd rather win some of those games or look better. But you went up against the class, so to speak, of the EDC, and you went up against some really good teams in Class B along the way with Kindred, Maple River, Northern Cass, teams that you were going to see here in this regional. And on the opposite side for Hankinson, you can't complain to close out the season 3-1. You swept Maple River and Wymer Lidgewood, the 8 and 9 seeds respectively. You took a set against Northern Cass, which not a lot of people have been able to do, so you lost 3-1. And then you were at that one in Lisbon, which that was just a heck of a game, to close out the regular season for the Pirates. So battle-tested. The one thing I think for Hankinson, just the number of girls that they have compared to an Oak Grove or Northern Cass, sometimes you wonder how 4-set, 5th set, you got to be physically in shape, from start to finish, because they're not going to roll 10 girls here tonight, Joel. You know what I mean? You're not going to see 10 girls consistently get on the floor. It's really that rotation of 6 to 8. That's about it. On the opposite side for Fargo Oak Grove, they're going to bring some different players, a Lucian, a Punsek, a Remy Johnson, who's a lefty, a southpaw, so they got some different players. It's just a matter of what comes up well. But to your point, Oak Grove battle-tested. Hankinson's been battle-tested in Class B. Now it's just a matter of this 4 or 5 match, and the first time in this series, Hankinson won. But, Joel, that was way back on September the 9th. So we know that both teams have grown a lot since 2 months ago.
This is our Irie Insurance pregame show, Region 1 Volleyball on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back to get your starting lineups.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
And welcome back here to Central Cass High School. Let's turn over for the announcement of the starting lineups.
In the middle, number 12, sophomore Isabelle Anderson. Center for the goal, number 16, senior Claire Peterson. And on the right side, number 19, senior Cynthia Steinberg. Going to the court by Julia Cook, assisted by Emily Card, Courtney Martinson, and Nikki Ross. Taking the floor starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the Hankinson Pirates. The center, number 1, sophomore Hannah Lincoln. Outside hitter, number 2, senior Kaya Malk. In the middle, number 3, senior Savannah Falk. On the right side, number 7, sophomore Riley Steffen. And outside hitter, number 10, senior Kelly Evans. Now for the Pirates, number 12, sophomore Marley Post. And in the middle, number 15, sophomore Ashley Curtis. Pirates are coached by Karen Paulson, she was assisted by Greg Paulson.
And that has been your starting lineups for this matchup between Oak Grove and Hankinson. Again, the winner will have a meeting coming up tomorrow night against Northern Cass at 6 o'clock. Still to come tonight, number 2 Central Cass against number 7 Sargent County, number 3 Kindred against number 6 Richland. So far today, we saw Northern Cass a win over Wyndmere Lidgerwood 25-11, 25-22, 25-22. The Warbirds really testing that Northern Cass Jaguars team, which again is the consensus number 1 team in Class B volleyball in the state. And Chase, it seems that Region 1 has just been so interchangeable as who is the top volleyball program. We haven't had too many teams have a run that's lasted too many years, and I think it's been good for the region up and down.
Yeah, you're looking at the Hankinson Pirates, a team that lost in the quarterfinals, last year, but hey, they made a state tournament appearance in 2014, 2015, finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively. You look at Fargo Oak Grove, they made a state tournament appearance in 2019, 2 years ago, finishing 3rd at 30-8. Northern Cass a year ago. If you're in Region 1, you're a favorite that's going to go to the state of volleyball tournament. And any given year, this feels like Northern Cass's year without question, but Central Cass, Kindred, don't discount Sargent County a little bit later on, than obviously Oak Grove and Hankinson, 2 quality programs as well here in the quarterfinals.
Claire Peterson will serve here to start set number 1 for the Oak Grove Grovers. First serve comes, it's received by Malk, set back to Malk on the right side, gets it through a block and down for a kill, and Hankinson will get on the scoreboard first. They lead this one 1-0.
You know what option 1A and 1B and 1C is when you go up against Hankinson. It seems like Kaya Malk should be in college like 3 times over right now. She's been a valuable player here for the Hankinson Pirates.
And Tinley Evans will get an ace on a ball that's misplayed on the serve receive, 2-0. And the Pirates are out to an early lead.
And Evans, one of those players, just continues to get a little bit better every season for head coach Tara Polson as well.
Her serve hitting the back row, set towards the left side, hammered down on a hit, and that will be a kill for Pudsack. And now Oak Grove is on the scoreboard, 2-1 our score.
Pudsack just finds a way to get off the ground, and you have to know where she is on the court the entire time going up against her, just because if she can get serves like that down and kills like that, could be a long game.
Ball gets set to Furch, dug out at the other end by Anderson, set back by the Grovers, reeled back in bounds and cleared by Kaya Malk. Started in the back row by Downs, teed up and put down on a hit. There to receive is Evans. Gets set to the left side, cleared across by Evans. Set up near side, and they're going to call violation at the net. Someone came over the top. It will be against Hankinson, and that will tie things up at 2-2. A 4 and 5 seed here in the Region 1 volleyball tournament. And back to serve again is Peyton Downs, hit by Malk. Lingen will bump set it back to Malk through a block, and it gets by on a missed hit attempt by Claire Peterson. Malk the kill, 3-1 Hankinson, a 3-2 Hankinson. And the Pirates back on top with a point in the side out.
Like to see Lingen too, at the setter spot. You look at this club for Coach Paulson, seniors and sophomores. That's what you're going to get for Tara here for Hankinson.
Set comes to the right side. Hit comes across from Steinhaus. Worked back and cleared across the net by Falk. Set to the near side. This one comes to Kramer. Back row. Hit by Falk. Works its way up front. Finessed across by Furch. 3-2. Hankinson leads. Winner plays Northern Cass, the number 1 team in the state of North Dakota. And hammered down by Kaya Malk. That is her 3rd kill of this set. And 4-2 Hankinson's lead.
As it's going to be fun to see what Malk continues to do. You talk about senior athletes of the year. Emma Lucas is a senior for Northern Cass. I think Malk too, Joel, when you take a look at all region players. We know both of them are going to be an all-region performer, but I think when you talk about, who is the senior athlete of the year, give me some tough choices here in Region 1.
Ball comes out of play, was tipped up front by the Grovers. 5-3, Hankinson with the lead in set 1, and it will come back to Kaya Malk, the senior, to serve. Comes across, dug in the back row by Downs, worked to the near side, put across and hit by Lingen, and mishandled in the front row. They were reading a hit coming from Olsen, and instead it will land in front of Falk and become a point for the Grovers. 5-4 Oak Grove leads in this set.
Joel, and you know, understand, maybe volleyball's the one sport where momentum is the biggest key, right? If you get a couple of points going in a row and you get some momentum, I'll be curious to see which team kind of grabs that here in set number one, because both teams just trying to find their footing a little bit.
Put for Falk, dug in the back row by Anderson, back to the near side to Kramer across, hit by Malk. There to pick her up on the hit is Evans, and it's cleared across by Furch. Violation will be called against Oak Grove.
Yeah, as that one never got across for Hankinson, as that never got over the post. So it was on right in front of the official there, just saw the ball go right in front of his face.
Actually, it will be in favor of the Grovers. Serve across from Christensen. Bump set, comes back to Malk. She will set this one across. The Grovers will get a bump from Anderson, cleared on a hit for Johnson. Keller hits it the wrong way, reeled back in by Malk, and cleared across the net by Hannah Lingen. 5-5, we are tied for the second time in this opening set. Set comes from Lingen, hit through by Falk, played by Anderson to the near side across for Kramer. Nice dig comes from Evans and put across the net by Lingen. Teed up front through a block and a kill off the swing of Ella Olsen. Oak Grove takes the lead, 6-5.
Nice quick attack, nice find there, and Olsen just had an open net, Joel. When you give a girl like that an open net, I normally know what to do with that volleyball.
Ball set to Sadie Keller. Keller gets it across. Dug in the back row. Teed up and put down. Malk there to receive the hit. Set comes from Lingen. Goes to Furch. Furch hits it back row, but it goes long. 7-5. Oak Grove with the 2-point advantage. And it comes back to Taylor Christensen to serve. Christensen serve, dug by Malk. Bump set by Keller. Comes to Lingen. She gets this one across. Actually, Falk was the one who cleared it. Set comes up front, put across by Olsen. Hit the wrong way by the Pirates. Keller is able to clear this one across the net. Anderson receives. Set comes to the near side. Kramer across. Hit by Malk. Bump set by Lingen. And cleared across by Furch. We've seen a long rally here so far. Teed up front. Threw on a hit. Hit short by Malk. They're going to call the lift. Yeah, they will call the lift. Not a whole lot she can do on that hit received there, Chase. It just came close, and she couldn't get full extension.
We mentioned about who makes the run a little bit, who gets momentum. Right now, you just kind of feel like the Grovers passing well, digging well, and hitting it pretty well. And we say that, maybe give the announcers jinx, Joel, after the service error. And
we get an unforced error. Will make it, a service error is going to make it 8-6. And Hankinson back to the service line, and it's Ashlyn Furch serving. And a low hit recovered by Christensen and sent back across. Malk will put it up front for Lingen. She gets it right across. There to receive is Anderson, and put down another kill coming for Ella Olsen. 9-6, point inside out Oak Grove.
When you can get Olsen going, Johnson on the outside, then you bring a Punsek in. This is exactly what Julie wants for Fargo Oak Grove. I've been really impressed so far, though, Joel, by the back end for the Grovers. You know, a lot of good digs, a lot of good passes right to the setter, which allows that hitter to just kind of bury it home.
Lucian serve. Short to Malk, hit by Keller. Malk will get it across, and that back row Chase was just talking about will receive. Teed up front. Down on another kill for Ella Olsen. Chase, she is dialed in, and it is 10-6.
Yeah, and we're going to get a timeout here for Hankinson. So Olsen continues to find ways. We got her down for 3 kills already, Joel.
We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com. Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Set 1 of 4 and 5 in the quarterfinals here at Castleton. Oak Grove with the 10-6 lead. Timeout taken by the Hankinson Pirates, and we've seen some long rallies between the two teams, and it's been Oak Grove more times than not coming away on top. Lucian will serve out of the timeout. Pirates will come back to their sideline. Winner has Northern Cass tomorrow night. Serve received by Malk, set to the left side, across on a hit from Evans, and violation up front called against the Grovers. 10-7, Hankinson down by 3, and they will go back to the service line. And Chase, you talk about momentum shifting. This could be one of those moments with Riley Steffens back to serve for Hankinson to chip away at this 3-point deficit. Anderson receives the serve, set to the left side, across on a hit from Downs. Miscommunication by the Pirates. And the ball and the point will go to Oak Grove. 11-7, Grover's with the lead.
And these two teams have met a lot recently, Joel. Fourth meeting since 2015 in the region tournament. The last one, Oak Grove won in the semis in 2019, 3-1. So these two programs know a lot about each other.
Ball comes to Falk, hits it back to Malk. They're going to call double hit. 12-7 the lead for Oak Grove. A 5-point advantage, largest separation between the two. And it's Ella Olson, the sophomore, who's been phenomenal in the front row for the Grovers so far today. Her serve near side. It's an ace as it comes off the hands of Steffens. 13-7 the score.
Well, if you had a player of the game for set number 1, Joel, I think our Enbridge player of the game would be Olson right now.
Olson's next serve hit by Malk, picked up by Lingen, set to the left side. Evans gets it across, sent the wrong way by Christensen, reeled back in and cleared on the final hit off the hands of Johnson. Set to the near side, Falk gets it across. There to get the dig is Olson. Set to the near side, goes to Downs and does not clear the net. A point for Hankinson, 13-8. There's been really the biggest rally killer for Oak Grove, who's been so strong in this first set, has been unforced errors. It's now on Hankinson to capitalize as the serve for Savannah Fall comes off the hands of Anderson. Low set is put across the net by Punsack. Work back to Falk, clears the net, dig by Anderson. Bump set comes from Olson, and it's cleared across by the Grovers yet again. Set to Malk. Malk into a block. Falk there to send it over. Tip in the front row, and it will be a violation in the front row. Actually, the officials want a chance to talk about it.
I was just going to say, we saw Oak Grove made the run when Malk had to play in the back, right? And now that she's up front, this is where Hankinson needs to get a little something going with the rotation with Kaya up front.
And they will give the points to the Grovers, 14-8. So in for Oak Grove into the front row, Sydney Steinhaus. Claire Peterson will rotate in the spot of Remy Johnson, and she will go back to serve. Grovers leading 14-8.
And Coach Paulson just wants a little bit more of a clarification right now, and I think that we'll get the near judge talking to the far judge here. And sometimes you see a jump ball every now and then and a reserve and a repoint here, Joel. But those 50-50 ones are awfully close, particularly when you're talking about whether it's a net violation or a double hit or a lift. So we'll see what happens here after the conference call one more time.
And they won't change the call. I think it is just a matter of that clarification. Northern Cass won the first match of this tournament, 25-11, 25-22, 25-22. Claire Peterson up to serve for the Grovers. This one received by Furch. Bump set from Lingen across by Malk. There to get the hit is Steinhaus. Anderson will come back to Steinhaus and just over the net. Good play coming from Lingen. Set goes over and Malk will get it across. Set up front, put right into a block. Anderson there to answer. Shoots it across. Nice dig coming from Steffens, and Malk is able to finish the clear for Hankinson. Hankinson down 14-8. Ball hit back row. Falk hits it. One-hand play by Furch. Malk gets the clear. Great defense by the Pirates. Teed up front through a block and a dig for Furch, but not high enough. And Hankinson extended that, but could not do it back-to-back times. 15-8. Oak Grove leads.
You take Olson out, Punsack comes up. It just seems like they rotate really well right now for the Grovers.
Furch will receive the serve, works its way over to Malk, off a block, bumped in the back row by Lucian. To the near side, dump set across for Peyton Downs. A lift will be called against Riley Steffens. 16-8. Oak Grove doubling up Hankinson will get a timeout. Pirates will be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller out here in Castleton. Reggie Funk on the camera for this broadcast. 16-8. Oak Grove doubling up the Hankinson Pirates. And Chase, it's been the ability to answer balls hit into the back row and the ability to rotate so well for Oak Grove that has given them this 8-point advantage.
Yeah, I like the balance with Punsek and Olsen. You know what, the back row again has just done a really nice job. Not a lot of mishits, not a lot of errant passes, a lot of quality passes, which has allowed the setter just her particular job that much more being efficient. That's part of the reason why they've doubled up so far, the Pirates.
Lincoln will set to the near side. It's through on a hit for Tinley Evans. And violation on Oak Grove, 16-9. And this has been where Hankinson has fallen short, Chase. Again, they just have not capitalized on these unforced errors. Tinley Evans up to serve. This one hit in the back row by Lucian. Works to the right side. Downs across. Skied in the air by Lincoln. Set to the left side. Through by Malk. Dug by Anderson. Bit of an overpass put across by Steinhaus. Claire Peterson. Great read for Claire Peterson of the defense up front. Makes it 16-9.
You know, those tight balls at the net sometimes you'll see every now and then a setter try to do too much and get it back on her side and try to set up an outside hitter. Peterson just knew where she was at, knew where her momentum was at, able to get the dump kill, get it over on the Pirates side, allow them to try to deal with the volleyball.
Set to Furch. Furch into a block. Hit by Lincoln. To the near side, Malk across. Dug by Anderson. Set up front. Finessed over the net by Punzak. And a violation called on Hankinson, 18-9. The lead for the Grovers. They have doubled up. Hankinson yet again, 9-point, the largest lead we've seen between these two teams. Malk will start at back row. Set comes to Furch. Furch back row. Ball is hit by the libero Anderson up front and unable to clear the net. Sydney Steinhaus, 18-10 the score.
If you're Hankinson, get all the bad stuff out in this set. Try to find yourself a really good ending here. You might not be able to come back, but get yourself some quality play and feeling a little better about yourself going into set two.
Ball gets teed up. It's hit long by Sydney Steinhaus. 18-11 the score. Lincoln's serve received by Downs and unable to clear. Unforced error for Steinhaus again. 18-12 the score.
Kind of goes back to, you said Hankinson was stubbing their toe. We're seeing that by Oak Grove for the last couple points.
Serve received by Anderson. Set to the left side. This one cleared across by Kramer. Bump set by Falk. Clears the net. Picked up by Steinhaus. Cleared by the Grovers. Started by Falk. Picked up by Lincoln. Puts it across. Anderson gets a side hit. Her teammates recover and they clear the net. Lincoln will set. Comes to Malk. Kaya Malk hits into a block and unable to get a clean hit from Tinley Evans when they needed it. 19-12 the score. Oak Grove 6 points away from a 1-0 lead, and it will be Isabelle Anderson. The libero serve received by Malk. Set to the near side. Cleared across by Sadie Keller. Big hit received by Falk. Up front, and a kill coming from Ashlyn Furch. She wasn't trying to do too much there, Chase. Just extend the volley and becomes points.
2 kills for Furch so far. I know Malk is leading the way, but now with Malk, going to the back row, here's where Oak Grove, Joel, that last time when she went to the back row, where the Grovers really took advantage in set number 1.
Set comes to Furch. Furch over the defense. There to receive and get the hit is Peterson. Back to the near side. Hit long. Autumn Kramer, 19-14. Hankinson chipping away at this opening set. Serve from Kaya Malk to Anderson. Picked up at the circle, set by Peterson, put across the net by Kramer. Set, put up, Falk across the net. Dug out of the back row by the Grovers. Long set, and it hits the antenna. Another point for Hankinson. 19-15, and the Pirates now within 4, and they want a timeout. Timeout Oak Grove. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative has a tradition of working to improve the quality of life of people in its service area by supporting rural development activities in communities throughout southeastern North Dakota, and by supporting youth with scholarship programs, youth sports sponsorship programs, youth tours, and legislative field trips. Dakota Valley Electric strives for accountability, innovation, and integrity while delivering dependable electric power and energy at fair and reasonable prices. For more info, go to dakotavalley.com. Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, welcome back to yourliveevent.com. 19-15, Hankinson looking for a first set comeback against the Oak Grove Grovers. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller, Reggie Funk with you here tonight on this Monday night, game 2 of 4 today. First one, straight set win for Northern Cass, the number 1 team in the region, number 1 team in the state. And Chase, a straight set win, but Weimar-Lidgerwood really did some work in that first match.
And for the Warbirds, they only have 1 senior graduating, so they got a number of juniors, a couple of nice-looking underclassmen. Weimar-Lidgerwood, they finished 9th this year, Joel. I think next year they could be a team playing in this 4-5, if not even maybe a little bit better looking into 2022.
A block comes from the Pirates. They'll keep their scoring streak going. 19-16, down by 3 at one point. They were down 18-9. And Anderson with the hit. Are they going to call the lift?
That's going to be in there for an ace for Malk. So, we talked about how Hankinson kind of went down a little bit with Malk to the back set. Well, since she's been serving right now, Hankinson's continued to make this run, Joel.
Anderson puts it up. It's set. Threw on a hit that was tipped by Keller. The kill will be credited to Ella Olson, who was really strong the first half of this set. 2017, Oak Grove leads. Changes coming for the Grovers. Taylor Christensen will be the one back to serve. Taking a spot in the front row will be Remy Johnson.
Olson with a match-high 4 kills so far for the Grovers.
The serve to Malk. Lincoln will set to Falk. Falk through a block. Dug by Anderson. Overpass tipped by Furch. Ashlyn Furch. Some points coming.
Furch at the net. If you're going to have Malk in the back, someone needs to step up, and Furch was able to do that these last couple points on this little run by the Pirates.
Serve wrong side of the line for the Pirates. 21-18, Oak Grove.
Just their first service there by Hankinson. Those are kind of like in basketball, Joel, those missed free throws. In a tight game, sometimes it comes back. You give a free point away. See if the Hankinson can kind of get a quick side out here to try to close out this first set.
And the serve dug by Malk. Lincoln will set. Threw on a hit from Evans. And Evans a kill. 21-19 the score.
And as we were talking about the Grovers the first half of this set, in terms of their back row, we've seen better passes from Hankinson, Joel, during this little rally right now, which has allowed Furch and Malk and even Evans to get some quality grade A chances.
Riley Steffens does the serving. Set to the near side. Threw on a hit that gets tipped. Picked up by Malk. Bump set comes to the near side. Lincoln will clear it across. Set near side. Downs will get the hit one-handed by Malk. Picked up by Furch. Someone needs to hit it on the clear. And it's off the hands of Steffen and across. Nice job by Hankinson as they get back defensively. Dig by Malk. Set comes up to Savannah Falk through a block. Absolutely right, Chase. It was unforced errors from Oak Grove that allowed Hankinson to start climbing back into it. Now they are dialed in.
Give Malk the hockey assist on that one. That dig was epic.
She had a few of those here in this first set. As the set comes left side, it comes to Downs. Worked up, Falk will get it through the defense. Grover's trying to set to the near side. Anderson, the libero, will clear. Dug by Malk. Picked up by Lincoln. Goes across. Evans will get this one across. Set to the left side. Through for the Grovers. Hit in the back row by Steffens. Bump set to Malk. Malk a big hit. And a lift called against Lucian. 21-21. Chase, this Hankinson team was down by 9. They have now tied it at 21. Talk about the pendulum shift of momentum, and it's the first half of this set belonged to Ella Olson. The second half of the set belongs to Kaya Malk and the Hankinson Pirates right now.
Yeah, the Pirates, they got the momentum on their side, and you just kind of hit the nail on the head. We haven't really said Olson's name a lot currently in the last, 10, 11 points that has been won by the Hankinson Pirates. So second time out by Fargo Oak Grove. Neither team has any remaining here in this first set. And give credit to Hankinson, Joel. I know you mentioned it earlier, 18-11 Grovers at one point, 17-9. And I remember saying, hey, if you're Hankinson, just trying to find a way to get some rhythm and momentum going into set number 2. You might not win set 1, but close out set number 1 as best you can. Well, they're going, hey, we want to do that, but we want to get the first set win, Joel. So we'll find out how, and I've been more impressed. Hankinson's done it with Malk more on the back row than at the front of the net. Really a team quality effort right now by the Pirates.
Riley Steffen's serve will go across, started by Anderson, picked up and set by Christensen, and unable to clear the net is Ella Olsen, and Hankinson with a 22-21 lead.
Yeah, trying to get that back set, just not timed it about a split second off.
Overpass. Hankinson will try to get something set up, comes to Savannah Falk into a block. To the left side, cleared by Falk. That one was close to hitting the ribbon of the net and coming right back in for 4 hits. Ball hit the wrong way by the Pirates, and we are tied now at 22. Looking at tied scores that we've seen in this opening set, it was 2-5. We would not be tied again until 21, and now at 22. Serving is Ella Olsen. Hit by Falk. Set comes from Lingen. Put across the net by Evans. Grovers will set. Left side, hit from Downs, doesn't clear. 23-22. Chase, the way this thing has been going, this one might end 31-29.
Feels like it right now. Neither team is trying to find a way to put this one in their win column.
Picked up by Malk. Set comes back to Malk. Malk through a block, and it's off the hands of Lucian and off the wall. Another kill for Kaya Malk. 24-22. It did not look great for Hankinson when they were down 18-9. Now, Chase, they are serving for set point here in set 1. Falk's serve hit by Anderson. Set comes from Lucian, put across the net. Picked up and set to Evans. Lift by Anderson, and the Grovers will not clear the net. What a comeback for the Hankinson Pirates. Down by 9. They have come back to take set number 1, 25-22. That is our final in the opening set. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available, welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com, and our first set goes to the Hankinson Pirates, 25-22, and the quarterfinal round of the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament. The Pirates were down by 9 at one point. That was the largest deficit they faced. Come back after that to win 25-22, a gigantic shift of momentum for Hankinson. And Chase, they got to be feeling really good going into set number 2.
Yeah, you got to like what you saw. They're able to come back. You dug yourself a hole, come back, able to earn a win. Hankinson looking for their first Region 1 title since 2015, and ways to do that. It's probably win a set that maybe you shouldn't have, right? On the opposite side for Fargo Oak Grove, this is a team that feels like if you talk to Julie, their head coach, They just haven't been able to put a full match together consistently enough. They looked really good in set number 1. Looked like they were going to easily win it by double digits. Then they just kind of had a stopgap. It was like 17, 18 points, and you couldn't get over that little road, that little curve in the road. And give credit to the Hankinson Pirates. So, now it's the big thing. If Hankinson comes back and wins set number 2, they got an opportunity to put Oak Grove away. The Grovers, we'll see how they do in their passes. We'll see who they go for. Punsek and Olsen's been option A, option B, but they need an option C a little bit to try to get something going for the Grovers on the offensive attack.
It will be Hankinson serving first in this set, and it will be Savannah Falk who will be back there to serve. And winner plays Northern Cass tomorrow. Still to come, Central Cass and Sargent County, then Kindred and Richland. Savannah Falk ready to serve. She also, Chase, really came out strong to close out that first set, and she starts out set 2 strong. She'll get an ace. Hankinson leads 1-0.
3 aces for Hankinson as a team compared to 1 for Fargo Oak Grove. Leading the floor was Kaya Malk with 5 kills for Hankinson. Olsen had 5 kills for Fargo Oak Grove, but it was the Furches, it was the Falks, it was the Evans of the Hankinson Pirates that really came on late in that first set.
And they're going to call a lift. Another one. 2-0. Hankinson carrying over that momentum here early on into set number 2. The flip side of being the team that makes the comeback chases, no early lead is safe as Falk's next serve comes across, and that'll be a service error. 2-1 the score. Oak Grove will get to the service line for the first time here in this second set.
It's going to be fun to see how these teams just kind of match up a little bit, how they kind of continue to, have that chess game. Where are you going to go? Where do you try to attack? Who do you try to go up against?
It was Peyton down serving. Falk gets it across. Nice dig by Anderson. Grovers need to clear, and it's Anderson on the bump set that will clear it across. Set comes to Malk. Malk hammers it down off the hands of Anderson. Another kill for Kaya Malk. 3-1. Point inside out for the Hankinson Pirates.
It was too easy for Malk. I mean, there was nobody at the net. And when you have nobody at the net for Malk, she can go down the line, she can cross-court it. And by the way, she probably hits maybe the heaviest ball in Region 1. I mean, when she is able to get that hand connected to the volleyball, look out.
Evans serving, set to the right side. Nice misdirection on the set for Claire Peterson. That becomes a kill for Punsek. 3-2. Grovers come right back to serve.
I think that'd be the definition of contorting your body.
Serving Anderson, Isabelle Anderson, the libero, started by Malk. Set up by Lingen, put down by Furch, and Furch a kill. This one close early on, a 4-2 lead for the Hankinson Pirates. Sadie Keller into the front row for Hankinson, and it's Hannah Lingen serving. A lot of experience on this Hankinson team. These players, Chase, we talked about it at length in the pregame, is just they've played a lot of varsity minutes, both their seniors and even their underclassmen so far, and that experience has helped Hankinson for a majority of the year, as we're going to get a double hit called against Hankinson, and 4-3, Grover's back to serve.
And Hankinson, a squad that lost in Kindred last year in the quarterfinals, 3-0. They were a quality team last year, and this year they continue to find ways. You earned the last seed in the last bye into the quarterfinals. So, this club has been just consistent, and that experience continues to be proven.
Malk with the unforced error, 4-4. That will tie up set number 2. Hankinson leads 1-0. Serving Taylor Christensen, by the way, for the Oak Grove Grovers.
Reminder, Class B quarterfinals, Joel, a week from Thursday, will be at 1, 3, 5, and 7 at the state tournament at the Bismarck Event Center for the quarterfinals.
Ball gets puts across by Furch. Bump set near side. Cleared across from Kramer. Nice dig by Malk. Set comes to Furch, and Furch finesses it over the net. Set left side across for Kramer, and it just stays in.
Yeah, the back official had the touch. The far side official said it was out, but Kramer immediately, when she saw the back official, she looked to the near bench and said, hey, there was a touch on that one, able to get it and able to give the Grovers the point.
Christensen serve started by Malk. Set comes to Furch across. Anderson to receive. Set teed up and put down by Olsen. Great placement. Finds that back left corner. 6-4. Grover's back on top.
And this is what we saw in the early part of set number 1, right? Really quick passes, able to give it to your setter, find a Punsek, find an Olsen. Not a lot of volley or a rally. Just a quick 1, 2, 3, earn the point, move on to the next one.
Grover set left side. This one put across, hit by Keller. Bump set comes to Falk, and then unable to clear the net was Kaya Malk. 7-4 Oak Grove. Two ways to look at this, Chase. Oak Grove is really settling in, or the way the first set went, Hankinson has the Grovers right where they want them.
Yeah, I think if you're Hankinson, the question is how many times do you want to dig yourself a 8 or 9 point hole, right? It's one thing to bring that shovel out and keep on digging, but how many times can you do it is going to be the question. But the Grovers have to like what they did early in this set after losing the first in the fashion they did.
Unforced error allows Kaya Malk to serve. Mistimed hit from the Grovers. They will call a lift, and it is 7-6. This is when Hankinson has been the strongest with Kaya Malk serving and in the back row.
Seen that a couple times now just off the setter going to Olsen, one that got a little off balance between the pair.
Ball put over the net, hit by Falk, cleared by Malk, started by Anderson, picked up by Christensen, puts it up for Olsen. Nice dig by Malk, and right idea, just unable to clear the net. Savannah Falk, 8-6. Ball will go back to the Grovers, and rotating in for Oak Grove, Lucian, and she will go back to serve.
Oak Grove finished as the 5 seed, Joel, in this region. They went 7-4. There's some quality losses to Hankinson, to Northern Cass, kind of the upper teams here in this particular region, and just feel like, these teams are just one quality set away from maybe really contending with a Central Cass, Kindred, a Northern Cass all season long, and one of them will get that shot against the Jags tomorrow.
Furch's serve goes across, put across by Olsen, hit by Furch, set to the near side, Keller across, dug in the back row by Christensen, and into a block for Remy Johnson. They'll call a back row attack against Oak Grove, and that will tie it at 8. Ashlyn Furch up to serve, and this one dug by Anderson. Bump set reeled back in court. We'll have to tell you what one of the fans said here, but first let's get this rally going as it's dug by Malk. Set comes to Falk. She hits this one back row, and it's hit long. Oak Grove gets the .98. After that call came, one of the fans, I believe it was an Oak Grove fan,
Student section.
He says, there's too many rules in volleyball. I don't understand what's going on. As the serve will be a service error coming from Ella Olsen. That will tie us again at 9. So the Oak Grove fans, student section, admitting they don't fully understand the game, but they're here to support their classmates and their schoolmates as Riley Steffen back to serve.
Well, you understand what's given a point service error, but those that are like in the back row or maybe sometimes in net, you're not 100% if you don't go to enough volleyball matches throughout.
Peyton Downs, the hit and error. Hankinson takes the lead 10-9. And it's back to Riley Steffens again. Oak Grove down 1-0. Dropped the first set 25-22. Big comeback by the Pirates. And a nice tip up front by Hannah Lingen. And we're going to get a whistle. And it will be against Hankinson this time. Did not see what the call came from the official. Now the judges want to discuss it. As it stands right now, it's 10-10.
They will give the point. I think it was the same call just moments ago against Oak Grove. That was called against Hankinson. The one thing, though, Joel, I'll tell you what, Kaya Malk, she can play every position on the floor. I mean, we've seen her in the back row. We've seen her at the front. We probably don't have her a ton of time setting just because that's not what, Hankinson needs her to do. But the way that she's been able to play throughout the season and particularly now, this is someone that is a college volleyball kind of player, right? You can kind of see the next level, so to speak, in her. And obviously she's got a pretty good lineage with the Malks, respectively, on what they've been able to do out of Hankinson over the years in both football and volleyball.
We have a timeout by the officials right now. They're discussing a question of the rotation right now for Hankinson. We are tied at 10. It will be Oak Grove to serve once the officials end their conversation. And I think Hankinson's bench, Coach Paulson, wants clarification on that last call.
These are very important points too, just for the simple fact of, if it is a point either way, how it can kind of change this set, currently tied at 10 apiece. Hankinson, found a way to come back and win set number 2, and then you just haven't really found either team right now, Joel, hasn't really gotten a rhythm, right? We haven't seen that big 5-1, 8-1 kind of a run like we saw from Oak Grove in the first set. So this is something that can maybe catapult you to that here now if you're the Grovers.
Claire Peterson serves for the Grovers. Falk will start it. Set comes from Lindgren, left side. Evans into a hit. Reels it back. Malk will send to Evans through the block, and it goes out. Nice job holding up on the near side by Peyton Downs. And 11-10, Grovers lead. Next serve from Peterson, hit by Malk. Bump set by Lindgren, goes back to Malk. Malk across, goes long. 12-10, Grovers. Now they're letting Oak Grove settle in, and it's back-to-back unforced errors that have come against Hankinson. Malk to Lindgren. Sets to Evans. Evan gets it through. It's swatted by Peterson. Work to the near side, put across the net by Peyton Downs. Teed up for Savannah Falk, gets it through. Came off a bunch of hands and goes out of play. 12-11.
Savannah Falk with her second kill of this match. And also, again, we know Malk and Furch are going to get their opportunities. It's the Evans and the Falks of the world. When they get that chance at the net, they got to hammer them home for the Hankinson Pirates.
Teed up by Lindgren, put down by Malk, and Kaya Malk another kill. 12-12.
Match high 7 so far for Malk. Outside hitter, particularly on the far side, is where we've seen her do a lot of that damage, either going down the end line or challenging the middle of the back row.
5 ties in this second set. Hankinson leads the match 1-0, winning the first one 25-22. Ball gets put across by Evans, reeled back in and cleared by the Grovers. Started by Falk. Bump set comes from Lindgren across from Furch. Started by Anderson. Put up front and unable to time it right was Punsek. 13-12, Hankinson lead. So the Pirates back on top in the second set. Savannah Falk serve to Anderson. Set comes from Peterson. A kill off the hit from Punsek. 13-13, we are tied again.
And as we mentioned with Furch and Malk on Hankinson, it's kind of been Punsek and Olsen leading the way in terms of kills for Fargo Oak Grove. Can they get someone like a Kramer, a Peterson, someone else to kind of take the load off a little bit for the Grovers?
Peyton down serve, dug by Malk. Bump set. Comes to Savannah Falk, hits this one back row from Anderson to Downs, and cleared across from Sydney Steinhaus. Dug by Steffens, cleared by Furch. Put up front, finesse through by the Grovers. Set back to Malk. Malk into a block, hit by Evans. Lincoln will set to Malk, and it's going to be called a lift. There's a miscommunication. Malk and Lincoln did not know who was going for that ball. It ends up becoming a point for the Grovers, 14-13.
Those 50-50 ones where you kind of both look at each other, you both kind of freeze. Normally that doesn't end good in the team that ends up in that situation.
And Kaya Malk, a kill on a ball that was hit low by Peyton Downs, 14-14, another tie in the second set.
Malk continues to heat up right now. You just got to feel like if you're Fargo Oak Grove, you got to pay a lot of attention that way. You know a double block's coming. The question is when you use Malk as a decoy.
Tinley Evans was serving, and a kill off a hit for Sydney Punsek. 15-14, Oak Grove leads.
Great little job there by Kramer, the setter, to get that back set to Punsek, and Punsek knew what to do with it.
Anderson serve. Malk will sky this one. Set from Lingen. Across from Furch. Dug by Anderson. Teed up and put down by Olsen. There to receive was Steffens. Someone needs to clear it. It's Steffens. That was the same situation as before. This time the Pirates come out on top as it's put through and a kill for Ella Olsen. 16-14. Oak Grove leads.
You have the tip kill. You have like a power kill, right? And that was more of kind of an in-between almost, able to get a little bit on it, but not the change-up, and Olsen just great placement.
Set to the near side across from Furch. Dug in the back row from Downs across for Oak Grove, and Olsen another kill, 17-14.
That was more the power kill there by Olsen.
And we're going to get a timeout. Hankinson will step aside. It's high school volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. 14-17, Oak Grove leads. Hankinson, Kaya Malk a kill. Out of that timeout, the Pirates will get a point and a side out. Oak Grove trying to hang on here to win this set. They had a 9-point lead. Last set ended up losing 25-22. It's Hanalingen serving for Hankinson. This one is hit by Downs. Olsen across. Dug by Malk. Up to Furch. Furch gets it down, but it is out of play. Furch with the hitting error, 18-15. Oak Grove back to serve. Winner plays Northern Cass tomorrow in the semifinals at 6. Still to come tonight, Central Cass, Sargent County, Kindred, and Richland. Taylor Christensen serving for the Grovers. Comes across. Dug by Evans. Lingen will set to Malk. Malk into a block. Evans there to make the play. Set comes to Furch. Furch across. Dug by Anderson. Low hit by the Grovers. They ran out of hits. 18-16.
Well, since the timeout was taken, Oak Grove back sees Hankinson back, cut the deficit down to 2. And Joel, we kind of saw this in the latter part of set number 1 when Malk went to serve. That's when Hankinson went on a little bit of a run.
Malk was serving. Sent back by the Grovers. Teed up from Furch. Furch into a block. Hits it the wrong way. Nice dig by Hannah Lingen. Cleared by Sadie Keller. Set comes to Olsen through. Hit by Evans. Hannah Lingen will send it back to Evans. Tinley Evans will clear it. Hit the wrong way by Christensen. The Grovers there to recover. And they will get a clear and a kill. Remy Johnson picks up a point. 19-16. Grovers by 3.
And if you can get Remy Johnson going on the outside, especially with Olsen there in the middle, that could be a nice combination for the Grovers to try to close out this second set.
Sana Lucian serving. Lucian serve. Hit by Malk to Falk into a block. Picked up by Lingen. Set by Malk. Comes to Furch. Furch gets it over. Nice job by the defensive Christensen to pick up the Grovers, and a dump set will clear it for Peyton Downs. Put to the near side, Sadie Keller gets it over, and call on the line against Oak Grove gives Hankinson a point. 19-17, Pirates down by 2. They lead 1-0, and it will be Ashlyn Furch, the sophomore, up to serve. Furch's serve hit by Anderson, low hit and an ace. 19-18.
Able to get that one down the line. A great placement there by Furch and got that extra little spin. Nice placement by the Pirates.
Serve from Furch, received by Anderson. Set to the left side. Across on a hit from Downs. Set comes from Savannah Falk through a block. There to pick it up is Christensen. Anderson goes to Johnson. Dug by Malk. Set to the left side. Evans across. 19-18, Oak Grove leads by a point. Malk the hit. Lingen will set. Comes to Evans, dump set across from Evans. Tee to the left side, Ella Olsen across, violation at the line. Call against the Grovers, and that will tie it 19-19, the score.
Both teams, Oak Grove has 2 timeouts remaining. Hankinson with 1, so next point or two, Joel, you might get a timeout on the floor.
Furch's serve from Anderson, teed up at the circle, overpass. Keller sends it back, dig by Anderson, comes to the left side, Downs across. It's Falk to Lingen, back to Evans, through a block. Tinley Evans a kill. 2019 Hankinson. Pressure time right now for the Grovers. There's that timeout you're calling for, Chase. Timeout on the court. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Ses van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Ses van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Ses van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Welcome back on yourliveevent.com. 2019 Hankinson leads Oak Grove. Ashlyn Furch's serve, tugged by Anderson, set up Olson through. Evans there to make the play. Set comes back to Savannah Falk, gets it across. Anderson has it. Grover's teed up for Olson again. This time it's Malk with the dig. Set left side. Evans threw a block off the hands of Anderson. No one can get there. 21-19. Hankinson, they are a second half of a set team so far tonight, Chase.
Malk again continues to get the digs, right? She continues to allow the rallies to continue to go. He puts more pressure on the Grovers and just finds ways, and now you get more at the service line.
Birch the ace, 22-19 Hankinson, and I believe we have another timeout, Grovers. We will. We'll step aside. We're back on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Back on yourliveevent.com, 22-19, Hankinson leading Oak Grove. The Pirates looking to take a 2-0 lead here this quarterfinal matchup of a Region 1 volleyball tournament. Furch's serve to Anderson. Picked up at the circle. Olson gets it across. Nice dig by Furch coming back from the service line. Keller shoots set cleared across. Bump set Anderson. Across for Remy Johnson, and this one out of play. 23-19.
Tough point there, Remy. Good idea. Saw the defense flowing one side, comes for the cross court. Just put a little bit too much on it. Now if you're Hankinson, got to close out the Grovers here in the second.
And this one almost an ace. Nice job adjusting for the defense by the Grovers. Keller clears the net. Bump set to the near side. Threw on a hit for Downs. Dug by Malk. Set to Savannah Falk. It goes out of play. Was it tipped? That's the question, and they will say it was not. 23-20. Oak Grove will go to the service line. Not a lot of room for error for the Grovers. That magic number they're looking for right now is 3. Ella Olson serve to Furch. Set to the left side. Put across the net by Evans. Skied up in the air. Bump set near side. Cleared by Johnson, and Johnson the kill. 23-21.
Versatile outside hitter, showing you a couple points ago. She can go across. That time goes down the line, and Olson continues to serve. Joel, one thing, it comes to aces, 5 so far by Hankinson, just 1 by Oak Grove as a team.
Ella Olson serve to Malk. Lingen will set to Keller. Keller gets it over Sadie. Keller a kill. 24-21. Hankinson about to serve for match point. And it will be Riley Steffens serving. Will come in the spot of Sadie Keller.
Keller, perfect time to have your first kill of the game. Almost when you need to close out a team in the second set.
8 ties here in set number 2. Serve received by Anderson. Bump set to the near side across from Downs. Started by Furch. Set comes to Falk, and she will get the kill that ends set 2. It comes off the hands of Christensen. 25-21. Hankinson now with a 2-set-0 lead against the Oak Grove Grovers here in the 2021 Class B Region 1 Volleyball Tournament Set 3. Coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller with you on this Monday night. Game 2 of the quarterfinals, and it's been Hankinson's ability to come back, their resiliency through these first 2 sets that has been the showcase of this match. Chase, Hankinson was down by 9 in the first set, ends up winning 25-22. They weren't down particularly large in set 2, but they kept playing comeback, and then all of a sudden they win 25-21. 2-0 lead. They are a set away from punching their ticket on to the semis tomorrow against Northern Cass.
And if they do punch their semis to Northern Cass, a squad that lost to Northern Cass 3-1, a little bit earlier this season. So regardless, Hankinson is a chance. They're looking for their first Region 1 title since 2015. They were finished second in the state in 2014. Third in the state in 2015, and this has been a club that's been right around the corner. Lost in playing in 17 quarters and 18 quarters last year. 4th place finish 2 years ago, Joel, in 2019. But you talk about the balance, in pregame, Northern Cass, Central Cass, Kindred, Oak Grove, Hankinson. It just seems like you can pick any one of them on any different year. Then there's a team in the Richland Colts and Colfax that's saying, hey, we've been pretty good the last 4 years, making the semis and every now and then championships. So any given year in Region 1, you feel like there's 5 or 6 teams that can really make a claim at the title. But Hankinson, as you mentioned, a chance to sweep. I didn't know if he would get a sweep, and more so how it's kind of came out to this point. Joel, not surprised that Hankinson or Oak Grove is up by 2-0, just more so by Hankinson, how they closed out set number 1, and how they were able to do that in set number 2 as well.
Yeah, and I think it's having to play to 5 sets against Lisbon that it may has helped this situation. Off topic, but a shout out to a young fan who's been on our cameras with his White Bears Roquan Smith jersey. Bears Steelers tonight, Monday Night Football.
Chicago fan, are you much?
Here we go. Set number 3 is on the way. Claire Peterson serving. It's an ace, and Oak Grove for the first time tonight scores first, a 1-0 lead.
Just their second ace of the evening for the Grovers. The other one by Johnson.
And next serve, dug by Furch, work to the near side, across by Evans. Nice play by Anderson, cleared across by Punsek. Bump set, comes to Malk. Malk gets it over, and Kaya Malk the kill. We've said that a lot here in this match. 1-1, Hankinson ties it.
Particularly when she's on that outside. Malk, without question, Joel, probably an Enbridge player of the game type of performance, I would say, so far here for Hankinson.
Tenley Evans. Her serve, this one just stays in for an ace. How about that placement? 2-1 Hankinson.
And I looked on the opposite side because that's where the Grover faithful is, and not too many of them were disagreeing with the official on the near side.
Next serve from Evans. This one to Anderson. Low pass is picked up by Peterson. Set to Steinhaus. Dug by Falk. Comes back to Falk, and she will clear the net, and it goes long. 2-2. We are tied.
Reminiscent to the last set, Joel, where both teams kind of had to figure each other out a little bit, tied, a lot of the way through. And, for Fargo Oak Grove, we kind of said it, they played really well early in set one and set two. They just couldn't find a way to close out either set.
Peyton Down does the serving, comes to Ashlyn Furch, and gets it off the hands of Anderson, who was outstretched. 3-2, Hankinson lead.
Pirates, it's been fun to watch this team continue to grow, and then you take a look at what Region 1 volleyball for girls volleyball. Joel, we talk about how deep, volleyball is. Girls basketball upcoming later this winter. Region 1, I think, for fans on this portion of the state, been very spoiled to see some of the players coming out of these teams.
Hannah Lingen did the serving there, cleared by the Grovers. Work to Kaya Malk, and Malk a kill. 4-2, Hankinson's lead.
I want to check, like a third baseman throwing over a first baseman, see how hard that pit, that kind of can be like 70, 80 miles per hour. I want to put an Emma Lucas, I want to put a Kaya Malk, put a radar gun on how hard they can hit a volleyball.
Ball right side, threw on a hit by Punsack, cleared across by Hannah Lingen, set by Anderson to the right side. Steinhaus clears it, and it's hit by Hannah Lingen. Bump set near side, Sadie Keller able to clear the net. Cleared right back, and a dig by Keller. Nice play, and Malk will clear it. Now, there's a lot of torque on some of the abilities this young ladies have to hit the ball. A kill coming from Sophie Punsack. 4-3, Grovers down by a point.
So Punsack able to get that one. She checks out. Now Olsen, again, it's been 1A and 1B for Fargo Oak Grove. They just need someone else to take care of that little load at particular times.
Ball gets set up front to Furch, a kill. 5-3 Hankinson. Hankinson really, Chase, has not been in a position where they've had a sizable lead. I don't think they've won. They've led by more than 4, which is what the final score was in our last set.
Not at all. They haven't played with that surmountable lead like you talked about, but they've been in striking distance, particularly in the second. The first, again, you're just able to make a monumental comeback, and you might circle that first set, Joel, is the reason why, if Hankinson can close out the Grovers, the reason why they are going to the semifinals tomorrow night.
Malk will set Keller into a block. Keller the hit, cleared by Savannah Falk. Picked up by Claire Peterson. Peterson across. Nice dig by Evans. Can they get the clear? They do. Hannah Lingen gets the clear. Set up to Olsen. Dug by Malk. Set to the left side. Across from Furch. Hit by Peterson, set back to Steinhaus. Steinhaus into a block. Nice job with the support from Peterson and cleared by the Grovers. 5-3, Hankinson leads in a rally that seemed like it's been going on forever. Now it's over. 6-3, Hankinson's advantage.
That was easily the longest rally of this match, and give a lot of credit that time. Almost with the pancake was Evans, right? It got about as close as you could to get a pancake to earn that point for the Pirates.
Kaya Malk's serve. Off the hands of Downs, reeled back in and cleared by Anderson, hit by Malk. Set up to Evans. Evans threw a block, and I think they'll call a lift or a double hit. They'll call a lift. 7-3 Hankinson, and now Hankinson is tied for their largest lead of the night. They lead 2-0. They lead this one by 4, 7-3. Serve from Kaya Malk. Dug by Downs, pulled out of the net, cleared across by Kramer. Started by Malk. Set to the near side, Keller across. Pass from Downs, cleared by the Grovers. Keller to Lingen, sets it over, and it's a cross for Savannah Falk. And Falk didn't put a whole lot on that, but hit it the right way. 8-3, 5-point lead for Hankinson.
5 kills as well for Falk, and all of a sudden, if you're Julia Van Cura for Fargo Oak Grove, sometimes you don't want to have to burn a timeout early, but how far do you dig your hole kind of before you have to call a timeout here and try to get the momentum back on your side?
And that moment is now as the Grovers can't clear. 9-3 Hankinson. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
9-3, Hankinson leads Oak Grove, looking for a straight set win here in the quarterfinals of Region 1. That will end that long rally. Sydney Steinhaus, easy for me to say, the kill. 9-4, Oak Grove down by 5. In and back to serve Taylor Christensen, and Remy Johnson will take a spot in the front row for the Grovers.
Grovers, a number of seniors on this year's team, as you count them up, 7. So a squad that after this year going to have to replace some of the senior leaders.
Bump set will come to Johnson. Johnson through, Keller low hit, picked up by Malk and winds up to Furch, who gets the kill. 10-4, Hankinson by 6.
Malk 11 kills, Furch with 7, Savannah Folk with 5, Evans with 4. Just kind of well balanced. You know, Malk is going to be number 1, but the other players for the Pirates have stepped up large so far.
Ella Olson gets a big kill for the Grovers to make it 11-5. Out for the Grovers, Adam Kramer in. Zanalushin serving. Northern Cass already winners today, a straight set win over Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Hankinson looking for a straight set win. Bump set comes to Johnson. Johnson across, hit by Keller. Set back to Keller, and Keller will just clear this one back row, but goes long. 10-6. Overs down by 4.
Looking forward to the next couple of games too, Joel. You know, Central Cass, that one's supposed to start a little after 6 with Sargent County, and you got Kindred, and to see what they can do with Richland. Those are 2 rival schools as well.
We'll get an ace on that serve. 10-7 the score. I think you can interchange any of these Region 1 opponents and feel that they're rivals for how closely contested volleyball has been this year. Service error coming for the Grovers. 11-7. Hankinson leading by 4. Sadie Keller out in to serve Riley Steffens. Serve from Steffens. Dug by Anderson, hit by Johnson, cleared by the Grovers. Malk to Lingen, sets it up left side. Evans through a kill. Tinley Evans makes it 12-7.
He's going to have a lot of room on that far set. You know, a double kill comes up, able to get it over that double block, and when you can do that, normally good things happen when you're the attacker.
Steffens' next serve to Anderson. Comes up, down from Olsen, hit by Malk, and put across the net by Hannah Lingen. Nice job timing what was something that could have been an unforced error. Set comes across for Savannah Falk, skied in the air by Christensen. Bump set, comes back to Johnson, sent back by the Pirates. Grover's work left side into a block and mishandled by Oak Grove. 13-7 Hankinson. This is the first time Hankinson, though they've won the first 2 sets, one of them was a comeback where they were down by 9. They've not really have been this dominating, at least score-wise, tonight. Steffens' serve to Anderson. Teed up for Ella Olson. Ella Olson the kill. 13-8 the score.
Olsen now in double figures with 10 to lead the floor for Fargo Oak Grove. And if you're Fargo Oak Grove right now, just got to feel like you need a little rally going, right, Joel? Get 4 or 5 points, kind of find yourself, dig your heels back into this third set.
Ella Olson serve to Falk. Set to Evans. Evans through, and this one just stays in. 14-8. You know, you look at the comeback that Hankinson had in the first set. If you're Oak Grove, you look at that. You look at, I know they weren't involved in this, but Wyndmere Lidgerwood's comeback the other night against Maple River, and you start to think that you may have that ability to do that, especially here in the postseason, because you're going to need to get momentum like that, being a 4 and 5 seed as the bump set comes to Malk. Malk gets it down. Anderson receives, overpass into the net. 15-8 the score.
And for the Hankinson Pirates, find a way to close this one out. Got Northern Cass hanging in the weeds, doing a little self-scout here, trying to find out who they're going to play tomorrow evening.
Serve across, put up in the front of the net, teed up and put down. Give the assist on the play to Christensen, the kill to Punsek. 15-9 the score.
And we've seen that a little bit here in the third. Hankinson not throwing up a block at the net, allowing their returners in the back to try to get a quality dig, but Punsek on the near side able to get it away from the defense and hammer it home.
15-8, Hankinson's lead. Set comes to Evans across by Anderson. Put across the net by Steinhaus. Work to Malk. Malk gets it through. A kill for Kaya Malk. 16-9, Hankinson.
Malk, again, we've seen her do a little bit different ways. Able to, get the kill. Able to earn the deep push on the way. 16-9 right now with the lead for the Pirates. And this is kind of what Oak Grove in set number 1 was up by, Joel, before Hankinson came back, and the Grovers turned the tables here in the third.
Tinley Evans does the serving. It works its way over to Sophie Punsek, who gets a kill. 16-10. Oak Grove hanging around, and that's what they need is they want to hang around here against Hankinson and get a beat on them and start that comeback here down 2-0. Ball put down on a hit from Furch. Finessed across by Punsek. Bump set comes from Lindgren to Malk. Hammers it down, sent right back. Malk puts it over, sent right back by the Grovers, and misplayed by Ashlyn Furch. 16-11 the score.
Great job by Isabelle Anderson. I mean, you talk about laying out for a volleyball, especially if Malk was able to hit that one. Circle that one for those scoring at home if the Grovers come back and win set number 3.
Falk receives the serve. Set to Malk. Malk off the top of the net. Yeah, they will call 4 hits against Hankinson. 16-12, and Oak Grove starting their comeback here.
Well, season's on the line, right? This is your last set if you're a senior. Got to find a way to get this one in the 4th.
Ball put across, dug up, teed up, and Falk responds. Violation at the line called against the Grovers. No, it will be against the Grovers. 17-12, Hankinson point inside out. Kylie Falk will come in for the Hankinson Pirates, serving Hannah Lingen. Dug by Anderson, set to the near side across from Kramer. And points for the Grovers. Kramer the kill.
Well, Kramer, a good placement, trying to go cross court, but got enough of the top of the net. And fortunate there that it landed in.
Falk to Furch. Furch gets it over. Anderson sends to Peterson near side. Steinhaus got in the air by Malk. Bump set will come to Furch. Furch gets it over. Dug by Anderson. Teed up and missed time by Olsen. 18-3 our score.
18-13, and you just kind of feel like, again, if you're Fargo Oak Grove, down by 5, you really need a quick side out here for the Grovers.
Serve from Malk. And it was received by Downs and hit it right back to her net. Claire Peterson tried to make a play. She couldn't. 19-13, Hankinson's lead. Timeout Grovers. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Back on your live event action out of the timeout. It was Hankinson serving, bump set to the near side, put across by Furch, played by Anderson to Steinhaus, and it stays in. 19-14. Oak Grove will get a point. Chase Miller making his way down courtside. We'll talk to player or coach after this game. We'll also name our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and I think it's really going to come down to who wins it. Because there's been good performances, strong performances on either side. Serve across from Christensen, hit by Furch, set to Savannah Falk. Falk gets the kill. 20-14. Pressure time right now for the Grovers with Ashlyn Furch, the sophomore, serving. Still to come tonight, Central cast the 2 seed against 7-seeded Sargent County. Number 3 seeded Kindred against number 6 Richland. Serve from Furch goes long. 20-15 the score. Serving for the Grovers, Autumn Kramer. Kramer's serve, dug by Furch. Set to Evans. Evan gets it through, dug by Anderson. Set to the near side across from Downs. Peyton Downs a kill. 20-16. Grovers down by 4. Sadie Keller will rotate in. Keller will take a spot in the front row for Kylie Falk. The serve to Malk, to Falk. Falk back row off the hands of Kramer. Anderson tried to make a play but couldn't. 21-16. Hankinson advantage. And Keller was going back to serve, but she will rotate out, and it'll be Riley Steffens who will be the one to go back to serve. Serve on the way. Picked up in front of the net, teed up across from Olsen, played by Malk. Set comes to Evans. Evans gets it over. Bump set, far side, and a kill for Remy Johnson. Oak Grove trying to position themselves right now for a big comeback, down 2-0. Ella Olsen serving. Hit by Malk. Bump set, comes back to Malk. Malk does not clear the net. 21-18. Hankinson Oak Grove within three, and Hankinson wants a timeout. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com. Back on yourliveevent.com, 21-18. Hankinson leads Oak Grove by 3 in this final set. Hankinson was down by 9 in the first set, came back to win 25-22, won the second set 25-21, and come from behind fashion. The first time that Hankinson has been the leader of majority of the set. And it's Oak Grove trying to make the comeback. Malk to Lingen, sets it up left side. Evans through a kill. 22-18. Hankinson 3 points away from a straight set win and a trip on to the semifinals. Savannah Falk serving. Dug in the back row. Set near side and across on a hit from Downs. Worked over to Evans. Off the hands of Kramer. picked up by Anderson, cleared by Downs, started by Falk. Set to the left side to Malk, and Kaya Malk, another kill. 23-18 Hankinson. Savannah Falk serve goes long, service error, 23-19. Oak Grove doing a great job sticking around for this one. Sydney Steinhaus in, also in Claire Peterson. Peterson's the one who gets to do the serving. The serve to Falk. Lingen sets up Evans. Evans gets it over. Bump set near side. Downs across. Hit by Falk. Lingen bump set. Comes over to Malk. Malk gets it across. Hit the other way by Peterson. Picked up by Anderson. Steinhaus across, out of bounds. 24-19. And this is match point for the Hankinson Pirates. And it's with Tinley Evans serving. Serve for Tinley Evans to Anderson. Set up and put down a kill for Sophie Punsek. 24-20. Oak Grove, 2 years removed from a championship in this region, was not going away without a fight. Peyton Downs to serve. Down serve upcoming, hit by Malk. Set up and put down by Furch. Overpass picked up and cleared. Nice job on the dig for Steffens. Put across by Furch. Bump set to the near side. Cleared by Steinhaus. Received by Malk. Lingen will set up Malk. Malk across, down. Anderson overpass, reeled in and put up and finessed by Punsek. Set back over to Furch. Back row Anderson with the hit. Bump set Steinhaus. Comes and it's cleared across by Kramer. Match point right now for Hankinson, put down by Malk, but it goes long. 24-21. It was unforced errors in set one by Oak Grove that allowed Hankinson to start chipping away at that deficit. Then Hankinson settled in and got on the offensive. Serving is Downs from Malk. Set comes, put down by Furch. Bump set near side, across from Kramer, sent back by Hankinson, and a violation, actually 4 hits called against Oak Grove. Either way, this one is final. Hankinson on to the semifinals as they defeat the Oak Grove Grovers in straight sets, 25-22, 25-21, and 25-21. Post-game show comes your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative has a tradition of working to improve the quality of life of people in its service area by supporting rural development activities in communities throughout southeastern North Dakota, and by supporting youth with scholarship programs, youth sports sponsorship programs, youth tours, and legislative field trips. Dakota Valley Electric strives for accountability, innovation, and integrity while delivering dependable electric power and energy at fair and reasonable prices. For more info, go to dakotaValley.com. Dakota Valley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com, and it was a straight set win for Hankinson over Oak Grove. Chase Miller down on courtside with Kaya Malk. Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Kaya, first and foremost, congratulations on the win. Let's talk about that first set. You dug yourself a little bit of a hole. What kind of ground this team to come back and earn a very tough first set win, after being down 7, 8, 9 points?
I think we just know that we can play together and that we do play our best when we are playing together. So we kind of just thought we can do this, we can play together, and we'll get it done.
You talk about Furch's performance as well, just what she was able to do up front. Seemed like when there were some big points, she was able to get some big-time kills.
Yes, so proud of her. Of course, she's a little younger, which makes it even more awesome. So proud of her to do what she needed to do right when she needed to do it.
I know for you, probably growing up, you saw 14, you saw 2015, some of those girls win a region title. Can you talk about one step closer and what the region semifinals is going to bring tomorrow night against a really good Northern Cass team?
I think if we just come out together like we did tonight, clean up a couple things, play together, it'll be a good night.
Hey, Kaya, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joel.
Thank you, Chase. Chase Miller talking with Kaya Malk, who will be our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, by the way, for her performance in this contest tonight. Again, a straight set win coming for Hankinson over Oak Grove, winning 25-22, 25-21, 25-21. That first set, they were down 18-9 and come away with the win. So Kaya Malk is the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. More coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back to our post-game show. Kaya Malk again named the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Hankinson wins 25-22, 25-21, 25-21. They will play in the semifinals, which will be played tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against Northern Cass. So they will play the Jaguars tomorrow night. Of course, we'll have that for you on YourLiveEvent.com. Still to come tonight, coming up here shortly, Central Cass against Sargent County and Kindred against Richland. So we'll step aside here for this one. More coming your way. Keep it here on YourLiveEvent.com.